You are watching Endeavor TV with the Asus EPC R101 or P1001PX, as it's also known. This is the 3-cell battery version with not that long battery life. Actually, if you check it out right now here at the beginning, we have 2.5 hours left at 85% with mid brightness, mid volume, and not much going on here except for, let's start off at this multimedia test with a YouTube trailer. First in standard 360p resolution, then we are going up to 720p and 1080p. Inception is going to be a great movie. I think it's not out here in Germany yet, but I will definitely watch it. So let's zoom in a bit and check out how it plays everything. This is Internet Explorer 7, I think, Windows XP. And yeah, as you can see, 360p, no problem. Let's go to 720p and you will see Atom N450 still can't handle that. Only offline. The sound is fine, but the picture is a bit too slow. There are many frames that are left out, and I can't even switch to 1080p that easily because the player just won't respond. But there we go, 1080p, and of course that's even slower, and I'm not even going to try the full screen mode. So let's just go on and check out some regular news site like the NewYorkTimes.com to see how a 10-inch screen handles newspapers, for example, or anything that you can read. As you can see, it shows everything pretty smooth, fast. I'm on wireless LAN right now, and with 16 kilobytes per second, 16K, and yeah. So that's fine, but I'm still suggesting you use Firefox 4.0, which is out in the beta right now. Let's continue if you already had video with a 720p resolution test video that I like to use. This is Big Bug Bunny, and I'm using the Windows Media Player Home Classic Edition, which is coded by Hungarian, which uses the graphics card also to show videos. And as you can see and hear, the picture fits the sound, and there is virtually no frames left out in 720p MKV. No, this is a MOV, but it's still encoded in H.264. So let's check out the same video in 1080p. The Big Bug Bunny is actually available for free if you just Google it or ask.com it. Don't like to Google everything. Let's see, where was it seen again? Here we go. So 1080p plays fine as long as there's not too much movement in the picture, because then the sound doesn't fit the video, so we kind of get a little bit problem. And there you can see it. Sound is way too slow. And yeah, let's continue with a standard video where I can actually even show you how the colors are from the side. So this is Entourage, one of my favorite series, and this is how the matte 10.1 screen looks from the front. From the side doesn't change that much, except for, of course, if there's strong light. So the colors are fine from all sides. From the top it of course gets a bit darker, and from the bottom, if you lift it up a bit, it will get brighter or darker also. But yeah, let's go on with something else. How about some music to see how the speakers are. Now I know this is maybe not your favorite song, but Yambling Out is pretty awesome. So this is maximum volume. The speakers are right here under the device on the front, under the armrests. As you can hear, well, yeah, it could be better. But if you don't go this loud, then the speakers are actually fine. We still have 2 hours and 12 minutes at 82%. So since the beginning of this video, 5 minutes, we lost 5%. Next step I'm going to show you is Photoshop, or even before that. Now I already launched it. I'm going to demonstrate how fast it jumps from 5 megapixel picture to the next. I have 5 here on the desktop. I'm gonna launch them with Earphone View, which is available for free. These are pictures actually from a buddy of mine who was in New Zealand for 7 weeks. So I'm always pressing space, and then as you can see it takes 2.5 seconds about to go to the next picture, like this. This is actually me on the bottom doing some crazy stuff in the garden, but anyhow, Photoshop CS4, as some of you probably already see right away. Just going to show you how you can edit something with an Atom N450 processor and 1 gig of DDR2 RAM, which you can actually upgrade to 2 gigabytes. As always, I'm just cutting out a bit of this 5 megapixel picture. If you move it around, you can see it's a bit slow but usable. And as soon as you get into harder work, like, I don't know, smudging the picture, the computer actually has to render. As you can see here, my mouse is going back and forth right here, and it takes a few seconds till the computer finishes that, but you can work with it. As far as I would say, the next test is, and last test, Counter-Strike 1.6. While that is loading, I'm going to show you around the device a bit. So this is the keyboard and the touchpad. Touchpad is really great multi-touch. It works really good if you want to zoom and scroll. It has multi-touch, of course. The whole device is matte. Just check out my pictures on Untitled.com for more of that. And the ports are actually the most bugging thing on this R101 or 1001 PX, because you only have 2 USBs, one on this side and one on the other side. Microphone and headphone port are in one port, but standard 3.5 millimeters, so if you only use your headset you will be fine. Kensington and LAN port. On the front there is nothing except for some LEDs right there, which are not always on. This one is always on if you have the device on, and the power of course also here on the top, but that's it. The keyboard, not the best, but yeah, you have probably already seen one of these Asus keyboards. You can get used to it, but it's not the best out there. And then we have an SD card reader fan, which is blowing some air out right now, but you can't hear it at all. The hard drive is a bit louder and pretty fast. Then second USB port, and last then VGA out and tiny power port. So Counter-Strike already loaded, and let's start shooting some people, which I don't actually like to do much, but what the heck. This works pretty well on netbooks. 800 x 480 resolution is it, I think. Let's turn down the volume a bit. As you can see, this works in video and games also. And it shows you what you're turning down. And this looks actually pretty smooth. Some of the netbooks, Atom N450 with 1 GB, are slower than this, and I don't understand why, but yeah. Okay, now it's not getting the 25 FPS also, but it's probably because when there's too much movement around here, then there is always problems. So yeah, this was it with the Asus Eee 1001 PX or R101. I'm Balázs Gál from Endeavor.com, and check out other videos for netbooks, laptops, tablets, MIDs on and Devil TV on YouTube. Thank you for watching.